Disbelief. I couldn't believe that Tina didn't get to have her voice heard whatsoever, and that's the only thing we've ever wanted, is for Tina to have her voice heard and to continue to have her voice heard and get justice.
And SHALEY, your reaction upon hearing that this judge decided in what some are calling an arbitrary and capricious move before the jury even gets to hear the evidence. No, there's not enough evidence, and you're free to go, sir.
I was mad. I just think that she was such a beautiful person, and she deserved to rest in peace, and her family deserved to have answers, and it just wasn't given to them. And after the prosecutors worked so hard and everything that occurred, I didn't know what to do or what to say. I was honestly in shock as soon as it happened.
Well, a lot of people are in shock tonight. There have been a lot of theories behind why this judge, and we're going to show you a picture of him, Tommy Nail, would just throw out an entire case claiming that there was not enough evidence. There he is. Last night we got a ton of callers, and a lot of them made this observation.
He was bought. That judge was bought. He should be taken off he shouldn't be a judge anymore.
Now, I'm not saying that there's anything untoward, criminal happening here, but some people say, look, this judge just seemed biased during this trial. I want to go out to victims' rights attorney Gloria Allred. You have represented so many women who have been victimized by violence. What does this say about the judge's attitude toward women victims?
Well, I'm not sure, Jane, that it really says anything about the attitude towards women victims. Basically, the judge granted a motion for acquittal. In other words, what he did was he found that as a matter of law, that the jury could not find that there was murder. It could not find that beyond a reasonable doubt, that there was not sufficient evidence for it to go to the jury. And that's why he did what he did. However, it was really unusual. And that's why everybody is shocked, because usually this motion is made for acquittal, but it's not granted. The case goes to the jury. And then people feel, well, at least the jury is the one who gets to decide.
Yeah, why even start a trial if you're going to end it halfway through? What a waste of time for the taxpayers, for those jurors to be selected, for that whole process to go underway, and then before they even get a chance to look at the evidence, he says, never mind, nothing to see here. Now, the prosecution said Gabe Watson's motive for murder was money. The judge didn't buy it. Listen to what he said, the judge.
Let me see if I get your theory right. The defendant buys an engagement ring. He gives it to his future bride. He marries her. He plans a trip halfway around the world that's paid for by him or his family. And he did all of that and planned it all here so he could go over there and kill her so he could get the same engagement ring he purchased.
But that's not what prosecutors contended, that he killed her for an engagement ring. Prosecutors said Gabe Watson had asked his bride to increase her insurance policy, with him as the beneficiary, to $130,000, and that Gabe was under the impression it had been increased even though she never actually changed the policy. That was the motive for murder. I want to go out to Leah Brandon, morning anchor, News Radio. You're there on the ground. Is this judge confused?
Let me tell you, I'm so glad you just laid that out for the viewers, because you just nailed it. It is very convenient how this judge refused to let 4 key pieces of evidence in. 2 of those were conversations about the insurance he said were hearsay, and of course they were called hearsay because they were conversations that witnesses had with Tina, who unfortunately can't testify because she's dead. And that judge took all of that evidence and removed it out of the court so that they couldn't hear the crux of the story, which you just laid out.